Alright guys, so this is a rustic river cabin at Cook's Forest. This is cabin number 1. I'm making this video because when I started looking for these, you really don't have any reference point as to what the inside of it looks like, what it really comes with. All you get is a written description in bullet point style. So this is actually the day that we're leaving because I wanted to kind of get an idea as to what was here that they promised and what was not. And there's that beautiful woman in there. Look at that. How about that? She enjoyed the weekend, so that was a good time. We're going to do this a lot more, so that's going to be fun. There's a lot of state parks around here. But when you get up here, you get a fire pit in this area. It's wood that we're leaving. You're not supposed to do that, but I don't care. The next people will use it. But the fire pit, you have that section here, and then there's actually a cooking grate across it. So if you don't want to drag a grill, you really don't have to. That's even more apparent up here because there is a charcoal grill that's right in here. So, and it's pretty well cared for. So this one's a lot better than the one that's down there. But just bring some charcoal, you'll be fine. Down over the hill here, that's the bathhouse. The bathhouse is it has showers, bathrooms. There used to be vending machines there, but not anymore. And it's right on the lake. So this is Rustic River cabin number 1. Okay, so this is the cabin. That there. This here. And then you've got a porch. Comes up this way. Oh. Decided to snow yesterday, which was interesting because when we got here, it was beautiful. The sunny skies was great. But yeah, like I said, rustic cabin number 1. Picnic table outside, little deck. And you have a view of the river the whole way down. So, alright, so let's check out inside. Deadbolt for your security. Pick up the keys at the park office, and then it opens this lock here. There is no lock on the bottom, but it opens this one. So, this is the cabin. When you first walk in, let me turn some lights on. There we go. Alright, so this is bedroom number 1. The ceilings, or the top doesn't go the whole way because there's one heat source in here and you have to heat all the rooms, so the tops are open between rooms. But this is room number 1, and this cabin sleeps 9 people, which is crazy because we paid, I think, $120 for the weekend. It's the best $120 we've ever spent. So there's a single up here. And there's a full down here, a little bench, and then the window. These canvas curtains are absolutely necessary. It's a nice view of the hillside back here that you can check out. But for temperature-wise, the canvas curtains really keep out the draft that comes around the window because it is a little drafty in here. All right, and they have them on every window. This is the one going outside. This is the extra bedroom. Okay, so if you want to bring more people, you're more than welcome to do that. There's 3 windows in here where there's a single bunk, there's a double, and then a single. Actually, that only makes 8. Sleeps 8 total. I thought that other one was a double. But again, the canvas on every window. My suggestion, if you guys are going to come up and you bring extra people, bring a small electric heater or a kerosene heater for this room so that it kind of balances everything out. The fireplace that's in here is really, really nice and it does a very good job. But especially now when it's snowing, it's really interesting. So here's the other. This is the fireplace. A little while back, I guess the park sanctioned that everything in here had to be gas. So it's either a gas ignite on the bottom and then you have to toss wood on it, or it's a gas stove that was put in place of the actual the fireplace that's right here. Beautiful, beautiful fireplace. So, and it looks like real fire. I mean, there's logs in there, and it's very, very warm. Great place to put your blanket before you go to bed, right over that, so it gets kind of toasty. But this in this room here, you've got a picnic table with 2 benches. There's another bench here, coat rack here, and then there's a small game table that you've got here. A couple of extra chairs as well. That's probably really bright, but little chandelier light, and also a fan to circulate the air. It's good to turn that on, but that's the hallway that goes down to that. And also, out here you've got a kitchen. Let me go ahead and turn a light on out here. This is the kitchen. So you're walking in from here. There are 2 windows in here, 1, 2, microwave, countertop, refrigerator, and stove, gas stove. Couple of things about in here. First and foremost, when you rent this, they do say that you have running water. You do have running water, but it's not in the cabin like you would think based on the description. That's why I'm doing this video. The running water is actually out this door. There's a door in the kitchen. You open it, and you walk out here. There's your running water. So, which is normally fine. It's not really a big deal unless you're planning on doing a lot of cooking. It's a pain in the ass. Just get bottled water and bring it with you, jugs of water. But the one thing you want to see with this is that when it says subject to freeze, it really is subject to freeze. That thing does not pump out anything. So what we had to do was actually take bottles down to the bathhouse and fill them up and bring them back. So when they say subject to freeze, they really mean it. This is out the back door of the cabin. So it's really, really nice, calm out here. And the snow makes this place beautiful. I mean, the other video I'm going to put up of all the stuff we did, but this is of just the cabin. Okay, so we can lock that up. Lock that up and get it ready to go. All right, guys, so the other thing that I want to talk to you about is this kitchen that's here. This kitchen was an add-on to this place. You can tell by the construction. The problem with that is that heat really doesn't make its way out there, and that room is really, really drafty. I don't know if you can see it with the light off, but you can actually see the cracks in the door, and it's very drafty in there. You've got one of 2 options if you don't bring extra heaters. One is you can turn the stove on and leave it on. It's not exactly the safest thing, but it'll work if you need to have that heated for kitchen prep or whatever it is that you want to do. The other thing, too, that you can do if you're not going to use the kitchen all that much, there's a ton of great little restaurants and bars and all kind of stuff up here that we did this weekend. So if you decide not to cook, you take one of the single mattresses that you're not using, bring it in here and flap it up against the door. It'll block the draft from coming in here. That's what we did. And then just put a blanket right over it. That keeps everything in here pretty dry. Pretty warm. But beautiful, beautiful fireplace. This thing was great. We sat at this table and played games all weekend. Absolutely wonderful getaway, especially with $120. You really can't beat it. I mean, you spend more than that going out for a weekend, just on eating out and things like that. This was a great time. Thermostat that's in here, you can adjust accordingly. We've got it cranked right now. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so that it doesn't freeze, but you've got everything taken care of. There's no water in here, so I guess you don't have to worry about the pipes freezing. But you can turn it up to 90 degrees in here, and right now, because it's so cold outside, it's 70 in here. So comfortable, but there's still some really drafty areas. But that's it, guys. When you turn it down, obviously this turns off and heat just still comes out of it. That's it, Rustic River Cabin, #1, Cook's Forest. We're going to do a lot more of these coming up. There's a ton of state parks that we want to visit. This was a great time, lots to do up here. But money well spent. So that's it. A couple more videos coming the way after I get everything spliced together. Got a ton of pictures of some of the attractions up here, and be on the lookout for more of that. Take care.